Welcome back to Stormworks Unlimited. This is your old pal Tater. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming update, the commercial fishing update. Now this is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to bring it up in my other monitor here so I can read some of this to you guys and give you my input. But essentially this is coming out on the 8th of May, which is like a little over a week away. Really cool. But you guys know from... or you should know, if you've done any fishing in the game, you will know. As the game is right now, you take your fishing pole, you go over the side of your boat, you pitch it in the water, you watch a little bobber bounce, you rip your fish out of the water, and you get $100 for a fish. Pretty simple, right? You make quite a bit of money, actually, that way. That's how the game is set up now. Now, I'm running a mod on this particular trawler called Zizo's Trawling Mod. And what it does is it allows you to take... hoppers and use them as fishing nets. Now you can just take one hopper, or you can hook a bunch together and name them net 1, net 2, net 3, etc., and it works as a single net as long as they're all named the same and so forth. So basically it looks to me like what the devs did is kind of took this information from this particular mod along with all the input from all the other players that are like into fishing like I am in the game, and said, hey, let's try to do this to what the people want. So I'm actually really excited for this. Now reading down on the first part of the line in their update, it says fish will be found most abundantly at specific places on the map. Different species of fish will have different locations and depths. Information on these locations will be purchasable in a similar way to offshore oil deposits in the oil updates. So essentially what they're telling us is, instead of just kind of being like a blanket full deal where all the fish are kind of like in the same abundancy throughout the whole world like they are now, they're going to give us like hot spots of fish. Like you might still be able to catch fish just doing what I'm doing in the game right now, which is just trolling right across the ocean. Or you may have to, or you will have to go to specific spots to get specific types of fish. So it's going to add a lot more dynamic capabilities to the game as far as fishing goes when that happens. Now let's go to the next spot. It says the new fish finding radar part will allow to scan for the water for fish. This data will assist in locating the highest fish density areas and help with important information such as depths of fish, which is useful for setting your nets. So essentially, you'll get your information, like I said earlier, from however they're going to distribute that. It says similar to the oil deposits, so I would imagine you go to like your local fish market at the towns, or you go to wherever it's going to be. If it were me, I would do like a complete huge tavern situation next to, the docks, and you went up with all the drunken sailors and got your fishing information, but that's just me. Anyway, you get that information, you go out to that general location, you use this new fish finding radar part, so essentially a sonar like your Humminbirds and your Lawrences or whatever you like, and then you use that to kind of pinpoint the location, and then you get your nets to that specific depth, etc., etc. Excuse my cough. And then it goes on to say, by creating rope links between fishing net anchors. So it sounds like you can take fishing net anchors, which I assume is just going to be a block. It says you will be able to create rectangular nets simulated with a simple cloth type simulation. These nets can be extended and contracted and also have an openable release in their center to release your catch. Fish that swim into nets are picked up and are visibly on the nets. So what this boat is using, and the nets are coming up now coincidentally, is just the hoppers linked together, right? So essentially I should be able to delete these nets out of my game, put the 4 what do they call them? Fishnet anchors down kind of on the corners, and it should draw me a picture of a net, and that'll be my fishing nets. So that's kind of like, I'm really hopeful for that, and I'm hoping they work good. It also says they can be extended and contracted, which I would assume would mean like, you can contract them up, pull your fish up, and then it says they can be opened. There's an openable release in the center of your net, so we'll be able to release them, dump our fish out on the ground. And it also says fish that swim in the nets are to be picked up and be visible on the nets. So that's going to be really cool. I'm scrolling down here, the next part. that we're going to be able to see the fish coming up on the nets. Like, unlike this one, like, we can see that there's fish coming out of our nets, but we can't see the fish in the nets. We have the data of the fish being in the nets. We have a bunch of haddock and scad, cod over here. And you can see what I have in my boat right now, which is a significant amount because I've been trolling for a little bit. But with the new update, it looks like we'll actually be able to physically see them coming on the boat in the nets. So that's going to be pretty cool. And going forward with that, it says that fish will be priced differently depending on species. Well, right now fish are at like in the base game, they're $100 a fish, no matter what kind of fish you catch, and you sell them to the little fish gantry. You're done. But it says some fish will be more valuable than others, and some locations more abundant than others. So there's going to be more strategy to operate an efficient fishing vessel, which is going to be awesome. If you guys have any interest in commercial fishing in this game, this is going to be sweet. Zizo also did this in his mod. We can click on this button here. I made this little screen that kind of gives you all the information. But it gives you all of the fish prices according to Zizo's mod. And essentially, you know, you can sell fish for anywhere from like $3 to like $400 and some dollars. So there's a lot more dynamic in this mod. And like I said, I think the devs kind of took it from these mods and people's ideas and just made something really cool. I'm really hoping it works out. The best news is this is free. It'll drop to players on the 8th of May. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely pop an update on the game. Build yourself a fishing boat. I built myself a couple of them. This one's kind of unique because it's fully automated. I don't have to do anything. I just set my waypoints and it does everything by itself. So it also has an unloader on the back, and I built a specific boat that will come up and take the fish back to the thing. So I mean, hopefully we can do cool stuff like that in the update. So I don't see why we couldn't. We'll see what happens. In the base game right now, you can pick a fish up out of the water, you know, off your fishing pole and stick it in a hopper. So I don't see any reason why hoppers won't still be a viable thing coming up. I'm really hopeful that they will be. So I think there's going to be a lot of really cool things coming to the game as far as fishing goes in the next week here. Next video that'll be coming out is going to be about this GPS 4-point autopilot system I built for this boat. I'm going to release this to everyone. Not the boat, just the autopilot system. This boat's still a little buggy. Maybe when I get it squared away. But we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to release that on the workshop. So stay tuned for the next video if you're interested in a 4-point autopilot system. It's actually pretty versatile. You don't have to use all 4 points, etc., etc. But yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it once again. Make sure you hit the old like and subscribe button for the next content. And if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know I'm kind of random, so you don't know what you're going to get on the next one. It could be this autopilot system and then a freaking tank or a spaceship or a train, or who knows what Tater's doing next. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, hit me up. Also check out my Discord, link will be in the description. I like to hear you guys' ideas, so definitely throw your ideas in the Discord or the comment section below. Discord's a little bit easier. We can chat it out a little bit better in there, but yeah, let's chat. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.